let's define a term known as coterminal angles. Okay? Let's take a look at the definition. Angles that have the same initial side and the same terminal side are called coterminal angles. Basically, coterminal angles are angles that look identical but have different degree measures. One thing to note, coterminal angles will always differ by a multiple of 360 degrees. Let's take a look at an example of what I mean. Let's try to sketch these two angles. Let's sketch 60 degrees and 420 degrees. As always, I will put a Cartesian coordinate system to assist me with my angle. All right, let's graph 60 degrees. I'll put the vertex here at the origin. Here's my initial side. And I have to do a counterclockwise rotation, 60 degrees, because it's a positive angle. So there is my angle, 60 degrees. Now let's sketch the angle 420 degrees. Okay, put the vertex at the origin. There's my initial side. Now I need a rotation in the counterclockwise direction, 420 degrees. So let's start my rotation. There's 90, there's 180, 270, there's 360 degrees, and I need to go another 60 degrees. So there's a rotation of 420 degrees, and when I complete my angle with my terminal side, notice I have two angles. They have the exact same initial side, the exact same terminal side, but their degree measures are different. And notice 420 degrees is simply 360 degrees more. So I can always get a coterminal angle by just adding a multiple of 360 degrees. I can go around as many times as I like. All right, let's do a typical example that you might see. Okay, it says find the angle of smallest possible positive measure coterminal with 908 degrees. And all that means is, let's find an angle that has the exact same initial side and the exact same terminal side as the angle 908 degrees. So let's try to sketch 908 degrees. So here's my initial side, and I have to do a counterclockwise rotation 908 degrees. So we might have to go around this thing a couple times. There's 360 degrees. There's another 360 degrees, so there's 720. Okay, it's twice around. Another 90, that makes what? 810. Another 90 is 900, so there's a 900 degree rotation. And so I have to go about 8 degrees more. And there's my angle, 908 degrees. All right. So the question is, what is the smallest angle, positive angle, that's coterminal with this? In other words, find the angle that has the exact same initial side and the exact same terminal side. Well, that's not going to be too hard. Let's just sketch it and figure out the rotation. So I need to go 180 degrees, right? I have to go 8 more. And we have to figure out what that angle is. Well, 180 plus 8 is 188 degrees. Now, let's take a look at the difference between these two angles. Let's see, 8 minus 8 is 0. 10 minus 8 is 2. Notice they differ by 720 degrees. That's two multiples of 360, right? Every coterminal angle will differ, okay, when you have angles that are coterminal, they'll differ by a factor of 360 degrees. Okay, let's do one more. Same type of problem. Find the angle of smallest possible positive measure that's coterminal with negative 75 degrees. The easiest thing to do is to sketch your angle, and then we'll figure out what the coterminal angle is going to be. Negative 75 degrees. There's going to be my initial side. It's a negative angle, so I have to do a clockwise rotation, 75 degrees. Okay. Now, let's just put a note here. If this whole angle, this right angle is 90 degrees, this is 75 degrees, note that there's 15 degrees left in this little sliver there. Okay, that might help us. All right, so there's my angle, negative 75 degrees. I'm asked to find the smallest possible positive angle that's coterminal with that, which means has the exact same initial side, okay, and the exact same terminal side. However, I must go into a counterclockwise rotation. And let's figure out what that angle is. So I don't know what theta is. But I do know that the rotation from here to here is 180. Another 90 makes 270. And notice I have to add another 15 degrees. So 270 degrees to here plus another 15 makes it 200. And there's the smallest possible positive angle that's coterminal with negative 75 degrees. And if we check, these are going to differ by 360 degrees. Okay, so not much to it. Just remember the definition. Okay, two coterminal angles are angles such that they have the same initial side and the same terminal side, and they will always differ by a multiple of 360 degrees.